everyone, it's Angel again. Welcome back. For today's video, I want to work in my shopping bag junk journal. I'm super excited to work in her once again. I have not worked in this journal since actually the last video that I posted working in it, and to be honest, I have not worked in this one very much at all since I made it, which is a shame because I really do love it. So I've got a bunch of stuff that I stuck in here in random places. So this was the page that I worked on in the last video that I did in here, and that one was a lot of fun. So I've got all this stuff, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do today. I've been really trying hard to clean up my desk and clean up this whole room. Excuse my dog's barking. And clean up this whole room and go through all of my ephemera and my cutouts and, you know, like everything, my supplies, just everything that, and I still have this. I'm sorry, I know, I've got really a horrible sense of humor, but I've been, just for the past few days, been making more of an effort to get organized again in here. It's like as soon as I get organized, then I go right back to, you know, making a big mess that I have to clean. It's like a cycle. It's like I clean everything up, and then I make like a huge mess, you know, and then I clean it. I have to clean it up again, and it takes days, and you know, I don't know. That's just how I work. So I've got all this stuff. So while I was going through some of my papers that I was either going to throw out or give away or use, and I just stuck them in here, and so I don't even know if I'm going to even use it all, or if I have a plan today. I do like that. I thought that was funny. So I don't know if I'm going to, oh, I like that I could use, like, maybe if I find another long piece. Like I said, please excuse my dogs barking. The neighbors are remodeling. Well, let's do this one later. I really like this. My neighbors are remodeling, and so there's all kinds of, you know, strange men walking around in front of my house, and so, of course, that makes my dogs think that these men are here to murder me, and I mean, they might very well be. I don't know these men. So I'm thankful for their protection. So anyway, so like I said, I don't have a plan. I'm just going to probably be flipping page to page, and I don't know if I'm going to finish anything today or make anything wonderful. I just know that I wanted to use up the stuff that I had, because my husband and I are planning on moving soon. I can't tell you where because I don't know where yet. I just know we're going to be moving somewhere soon, hopefully in the next few months. So I'm trying really hard not to, you know, not to bring things in, you know, into my art supply collection unless it's something that I truly need, which is actually a generous, that's a pretty generous description, because usually it's like, you know, I can convince myself that I need it even if I really don't. Maybe one of those videos where I have to pause a lot because of, you know, my barking loud dogs, but you know, that's no different than any other video I make. So anyway, yeah, like I said, I can convince myself that I need something even, you know, when I really don't, because, you know, like, I have no self-control. I mean, I try, guys, I try. So I'm gonna glue this little nest down, and this bird that I cut out, I got this out of like a Ethan Allen catalog a while back ago, but I can't seem to find my palette, so I'm just gonna have to use a scrap piece of paper. So I've got these three different paints. wild honey. This one's called Shark. It's like a gray, and ground espresso. And I just want to roughly sketch in like a twisty little tree branch. So just for the, I don't know, just for the bird nest to have something, you know. Oh, and this, I'm sure I've used this paint before, but I must not have, I still must not have taken the plastic wrapper off. So, and I don't know why. Oh, okay, because it's thick. Okay. And that's a beautiful gray color. And then this one I'm not going to use yet. So, okay. Where are all my other brushes? Oh, what did I do with them? I'll just use this one. I wanted a big brush, but it looks like I've destroyed all of my brushes. So which way do I want it? Do I want it to go this way, or do I want it to go? I think I want it to come this way. So I'm just, you know, just doing a little nothing, a little branch, you know. It's spring, and at least where I am in Dallas, it's finally beginning to feel like spring. And when I say finally, I mean that really playfully, because I know in some parts of the country you guys are still getting snow, and it's, you know, still cold, and here I am saying, oh, it's finally spring, when I live, you know, where the weather is pretty warm. Can't even talk, but yeah, in comparison to the rest of the country. But yeah, so I like that. I'm just gonna add a little bit of gray. It doesn't really, I feel like it doesn't really matter, you know, but just to, you know, make the color a bit more interesting. And I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, it's what I want to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. So anyway, yeah, I mentioned a video that I recorded a couple of weeks ago now, and I ended up not posting it because it was like, well, I can still edit it if I want to, and I might do it, but at the time I was like, you know, when I started editing it, I was like, ooh, I am just way too angry. You know, I was pissed, honestly, to be honest. I was really, really mad about, man, I am telling you, I am a magnet for crazy dog park people. Now, I just might very well be a crazy dog park person myself. Like, that might just be the problem, is that I'm the crazy one and everybody else is just, you know, normal. So, yeah, it's highly likely that I'm the one who's crazy, and I'm the one who's overly sensitive and overly protective of my dogs, but I can't help it. I absolutely love my dogs. So I'll tell you guys, and then maybe what I'll do is do a voiceover and edit that one in, like, you know, in a faster speed, so it's you know, a little bit less long. So here's what happened at the dog park recently. So there's this woman who goes there who, I mean, she's told me she's a trainer. Several people have told me that she's a trainer. I've seen her, you know, I know she brings lots of dogs there, and they're all great dogs. They really are awesome dogs. But I mean, I've never met a dog that I didn't like. that's the truth. I mean, if you look up, you know, in an encyclopedia, people who love dogs, you know, more than people, my picture will be my picture will be in there. So anyway, there's this woman that is there almost every day with a bunch of dogs, you know, a bunch of mostly doodles, and then she's got this one German Shepherd puppy. And anyway, she says that she's a trainer. I don't believe that she is. At least not any training methods that I've ever heard about or know about. I've never seen her training any of these dogs. I had always assumed that she was just a, not just, that's not a nice thing to say, but in not a trainer, but a caretaker, that she was their caretaker, you know, like their babysitter, not exactly their trainers. Because like I said, I've never really seen her training them, and I've just the way that she interacts with them does not seem trainerly to me. I feel dry enough. I was going to use some of this wild honey paint to make like some highlights, but I don't want to anymore. I don't feel like it. I just want to glue. I just want to glue, you guys. Tell you guys why I'm so mad. I mean, I'm not mad anymore. Anyway, this woman, I know, I feel like I'm bad-mouthing, and actually I am. I'm bad-mouthing somebody, and I really shouldn't do it, but I'm sorry. When it comes to my dogs, if I decide that I don't want somebody around my dogs, I'm never going to like that person. But anyway, so she is always yelling at my dogs. And like, this is a dog park. This isn't, you know, like, should I put this? I wanted to put that. Maybe I'm going to move this. Yeah, I'm gonna move this. But it sort of goes like that. Well, we'll do it like that. Yeah. Because I wanted this to be like here. Right? Or here. I don't know. I know I don't like it in the middle. Actually, I really want to move this. I want to move it even more. How weird is that? Anyway, she brought a bunch of people with her one day, and they had a dog with them that kept humping one of my dogs, which really, honestly, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, this, granted, this dog was way bigger than Bijou. You know, my Bijou, she's probably about, 14 pounds, maybe. I want this to be under. Oh no, it's too dry. Okay, that's okay. And anyway, she was getting upset, and it was making, her brother, my boy dog Mouser, get upset. And I was trying to separate them. Like, I wasn't getting upset because I thought, either of them were going to get hurt. I just, I wasn't really getting upset. I was just trying to control the situation and, just like stop it so that they could play, just get their mindset out of the humping, because she was getting really upset about it. And the other dog kept trying to hump her. And the people, well, the woman that she brought, this is I don't even know the trainer's name. I think her name is like Emma or something like that. Emma or Elaine. I know it's an E name. But I was trying to get her attention because she, number one, she's a trainer, and if she brought those people with her, I'm assuming that that's her client and she's there to do a training session, or something. So I like that, and I'm going to leave that like that for now. I'm gonna put this piece of paper, well, let's do this. I'm gonna put this piece of paper here. Hopefully the paint will not dry on it, but yeah, I just want to, I don't know, I really have not worked in this at all. There are so many blank pages. So we're gonna change that right now. Anyway, like that. So I was trying to get her attention just to help me, just to separate them for a second, like, because Bijou, like, both of my dogs have a perfect recall, you know, as close to perfect as I can get it. I mean, if I say come here, they will come here. They might not do it, you know, right then and there. It might take them a second to figure out, like, that I'm calling them, or it might take them, you know, if they're interested in something else, you know, they might not come right away, but they will come if I call them. So let me put this, here. I apologize. I know, like, that some people will find that offensive because it looks like a penis, but I think it's funny, and it's highly likely going to be covered up anyway. It might not even stick, but I just want to put it down. I don't know why. It makes me laugh, and that's what I feel like doing, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay? Anyway, so like I said, my dog was getting upset. Bijou was getting really upset and trying to get away from this dog. Not necessarily because of the humping, because it's like the dog that was doing it, like, speaking of humping, the dog that was doing it was a puppy, and he didn't even know what he was doing. And a lot of time, you know, some people are like, you know, oh, that's dominance. Like, not always. It's not always dominance, actually. Sometimes it's an inappropriate invitation to play. You know, a very inappropriate invitation to play. Let's put that there. And I'm using, the reason I'm using my tacky glue instead of my stick glue is just because it's, I don't know, it's just right here. Like, I probably should use my stick glue though, huh? Yeah, so, okay, so we got a couple things here on this page, and oh look, I did a little something here, so it's not all. I kind of want something that won't be too clashy with the purple. But anyway, I was expecting the trainer to help me out, you know, since that is one of her dogs. And she was like, oh, it's okay, she's holding her own. And for me, like, meaning my dog is holding her own, because my dog was kind of like, you know, snapping back at him and, you know, trying to make him stop, but he wasn't stopping. And to me, like, when it comes to my dogs, if somebody's like, you know, if I say, like, I don't like something, and a person is like, you know, oh, it's okay, it's like, no, it's not okay because I say it's not okay. You know, it's like, it would be like, you know, for, like, for example, like with children, if two children are playing and one of them is doing something inappropriate, and one of the mothers says, you know, oh, like, let's stop that, let's change the mood before things get out of hand, and the other mother says, oh, it's okay. Like, no, it's not okay. You know, like I said, it's not okay because I say it's not okay. So anyway, the owner of the dog was there, and she was like, oh, well, he's not going to listen to me. You know, I can't make him stop. He's not going to listen to me. And she was getting mad at me, like I'm the bad guy for trying to protect my own dog from, you know, another dog that's humping her. Sorry, like, I'm just a jerk here, you know. I'm the one who is being the jerk in that moment, I guess. She was just getting so offended, and I was not, you know, criticizing anybody's dog, or, you know, labeling anybody's dog as a bad dog. I was just trying to protect my dog, you know. And, you know, because if it wasn't going to stop, then I was going to want to leave. And I didn't want to do that to my dogs because, you know, they're there to have a good time. That's the dog park. That's their recess, you know. So I kept calling her over. I kept calling Bijou to come over, you know, to get away from the other dog. And she was trying really hard to get away. You know, she was listening to me, but that dog kept, you know, he kept trying to hump her. So eventually, I don't even remember how. I think I picked her up. I think I was just able to like grab her and pick her up, you know, at that point. I just picked her up and, you know, I held her in my arms for a minute so he wasn't able to hump her anymore. And that sort of just changed the mood, and then I put her down and they were able to play. So, so then what happened was, like, see, this is just like, honestly, I'm telling you, like, that's like a small thing, and I know it's a small thing, but let me tell you, I'm telling you, I have some dog park stories. I really do. I'm telling you, I'm not making this up. I am always, like, encountering these weirdos at the dog park, like weird, you know, I'm not talking about weird good. I'm talking about weird bad kind of people. I really am. I don't know. Maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. Either that, or maybe I'm just not as nice as I think I am. I don't know. You tell me. It's okay if you think that I'm overreacting. You know, when I finally get to the point of all these stories, you know, just say so, and it's okay. These are by Andy Warhol. You know. When I saw, I had to read it twice because I was like, what? I didn't know. So, anyway, he called them animals in makeup, which I thought was cool. And I liked the color, so I'm going to glue that down. So anyway, okay, so that should have been the end of it, right? Like, you know, that should just be the end of it, okay? So anyway, I run into a friend, well, not really a friend, but somebody that I know who goes there, and she brought, because she knew that Mouser, my boy dog, likes soccer balls. So she brought like a really old kid's soccer ball that was kind of deflated for him to play with, and she said he could have it, and which was so nice, you know, super, super nice. And so, you know, my two dogs are playing and having a good time, and this little kid comes and he keeps trying to like take Mouser's ball away from him, the one that, you know, his friend gave him, this little kid. And at first I was like, it's no big deal, because I thought this little kid wanted to play with him, wanted to play with my Mouser. You know, that he was just trying to take it because, you know, he wanted to play. And so did Mouser. Mouser was so excited. So he was, you know, I'm guessing he was like thinking, yay, but, you know, somebody little to play with. Mouser likes kids. Bijou, not so much. But he kept trying to take it away from him, like the more, so he was trying to hold, like he was trying to grab the ball like that, and Mouser would go on top of it. Like that's kind of his game, is, you know, kind of like a keep away kind of thing. And so I'm just gluing stuff down. I don't know what I'm really doing. Like I said, I'm not really trying to achieve anything. This is a painting that I did with my Jane Davenport paints. If you saw that video, that one was fun. But anyway, he kept trying to take the ball away, and he was getting really angry, this poor kid. And he kept trying to take it away from Mouser, and I felt so bad for Mouser. And you know, the mother, who is the same owner of the German Shepherd that was humping on my Bijou, came over, and she was like, you know, oh, well, he just wants to play with that ball. And I know that in society, children should come first. And, I love children. I'd love to have, 10 million kids if I could. I've told you guys that I can't. But first of all, in my world, my dogs are always going to come before anybody's kids. I mean happiness, like, don't even get, like, please don't leave me a comment of, well, what if, there was a kid and your dog's drowning, in a canoe, what would you do? Who would you save? I'm sorry, I would save my dogs. I know, like, if it means you don't want to be my friend anymore, that's okay, But at the end of the day, that's a stupid question anyway, because who really wants to sit there and think about that choice, I mean, honestly, I would try to save everyone, of course. But at the end of the day, my dogs know how to swim anyway, so I guess I could probably just save the kid. So there you go. I'm not that bad of a person. I could save the kid drowning, if they fell out of the canoe and they started drowning, because my dogs don't drown, they swim. Anyway, So anyway, this little kid started slapping my dog in the face. He was slapping, like, hitting my mouser in the face over this ball. This kid was about, I should know, this kid was about 9 years old, just old enough to know, better. Old enough to know, what you should and should not do with a dog you don't know. And I didn't get angry. I mean, I got upset. I wasn't angry. I got upset, really, because I just, like, nobody hits my dogs. Nobody. Not even somebody's kid. No one on this planet, not if you try for 1,000 years in front of me. I would never allow anybody to hit or harm my dogs or anybody that I love, frankly. And so I just yelled, oh my God, no, don't do that, exactly like that. It's not like I was like, you little effing kid, stop doing that. I didn't yell. I wasn't yelling at the kid. I was just, like, telling him, I mean, I guess I was yelling, but I wasn't yelling in an angry way. I was just really concerned, like, please don't do that. Number one, don't do that because you're going to hurt him. Number two, he might get scared and bite you, I mean, it's a good thing my dog's cool and likes kids and would never do anything like that. So, and then, of course, the mother was angry at me, like, I'm sorry, I'm not saying anything bad about this kid, like, he didn't know any better, but, I mean, he was at an age where he should know better, and to me, I think that if you're going to bring a kid to the dog park, you better make sure that they know how to approach dogs that they don't know, and they know how to be, got all these tags. Just gonna, I don't know, I'm just getting, like I said, I'm not really making any art. I am making art, but I'm just gluing down a bunch of stuff to, I don't know, just to get rid of all this stuff. I gotta use up my stash. I've got so much stuff. So anyway, the woman was like, don't yell at him, and I was like, I was like explaining to her, like, I'm not trying to yell at him, like, I know, I know you're upset or whatever. I'm not trying to yell at him. I'm just, like, I don't want him to get hurt. And she was like, well, he doesn't know, he doesn't understand. He really doesn't, he's just getting to know how to be around dogs anyway. And I just kind of explained to her, like, please be careful with, with him and with these other dogs if he doesn't know, because he's really lucky that, my dog is okay and didn't bite him, because another dog would probably have bit him. And of course she was mad, and I was upset, and I ended up just leaving. So So that's that part. That's part one. So then I came home and I filmed the first part of that video, the video that I'm talking about that I ended up not posting. So I came home and I filmed that video. So so then I thought, you know, maybe I'm overreacting here. Maybe I'm just, you know, being a jerk, like being overly protective. Maybe I'm just, you know, being silly right now. And I went back the next day, and that trainer, the trainer was there. I know, I sound very petty. I sound like a jerk right now, and I'm really sorry about that. Well, I'm not that sorry, to be honest. I'm not that sorry. Because I don't think she's a trainer. Like, as soon as she has a new dog, immediately it has a shock collar on. And whether or not, I mean, we can sit here and have a debate about like e-collars. Personally, I don't think they're necessary. I don't believe in them. I would never use them. I don't need them. I've trained my dogs without them. I know some people swear by them. That's fine. You know, do whatever you need to do. I think it's borderline cruelty. But that's just me. Let me, I was saying, however I feel about e-collars is however I feel about e-collars. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Everybody has their own, you know, philosophy when it comes to training their own animals. And to me, honestly, I would rather see an animal who needed a home and got a loving home and, you know, had a wonderful life, and, you know, the family needed to use a shock collar to keep, you know, that animal safe from, you know, chasing after cars and getting ran over, you know, or whatever. I'd rather see, you know, somebody use that than, you know, an animal living on the street, you know. I really would. And anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, I know. I don't even remember what I was saying. Mouser started barking. But, so I went back, I don't know if it was the next day or a couple days later, and I went there with my two dogs, and of course that trainer was there. And I'm telling you, I really do not like this woman. I really don't. And she and I are never going to be friends. I mean, I'm cordial to her and I'm polite to her because I have no reason to be impolite to her at this point. But she and I are never going to be friends, and I'm telling you, and I'll tell you why in a second. So anyway, Mouser got up on the picnic table. So this is a dog park, okay? I would not let them behave this way at home. And I personally don't think that this is misbehaving. At the dog park, they can do whatever they want as long as they are not hurting themselves, hurting another dog, hurting another person, you know, or, you know, just down and out causing trouble. So I guess, okay, so Mouser, all he wanted to do was go on top. So this is a picnic table, you know, like where it's like, you know, the table and then two benches. So he got up on the picnic table to lay down. He wanted to lay down in the sun. And she said to him, you better get down off that table before I pop you. She said that to him right in front of me, right with me standing right there. Okay, so yeah, that's what happened there. She said to Mouser, you better get down off that table or I'm gonna pop you. That's what she said. Can you, okay, put yourself in my shoes in that moment, you know, imagine you're somewhere with your kid or your dog or your cat or your hamster or your husband or whatever, because you just do not threaten anybody, you know. You just, who does that? And anyway, and somebody you don't really know, you know, barely know, says that to, you know, to whoever you're with, to your dog. Just imagine how mad you would be, and, you know, what your reaction would be. So, I don't know what made her comfortable enough with me to think that that was okay to say to my dog. Or if I have no idea. Maybe because she thinks she's a trainer, or she thinks that I think she's a trainer. Because I'm telling you, she is not a trainer. First of all, my trainer, I had a trainer, you know, when I had Mouser as a puppy. I've had dogs all my life. I've had really good dogs my entire life. Mouser, I had a trainer with him just because you know, I wanted to do right by him and make sure that that he learned how to come here when I called him, because I wanted to make sure, I wanted to be able to bring him to the beach and to be able to have him off leash, or I wanted to make sure that he was going to be safe. If, you know, if he accidentally ran out the door and, you know, ran out to the street, that if I yelled to him, you know, Mouser, come here, that he would come, because, you know, just for his protection. And I just think that that's the right thing to do. Some people, you know, they want their dogs to be robots and to follow their every command, you know, like a police dog. And that's fine, you know, if you have a good relationship with your pet and you know, and you want to do that, then there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, I know that she's not a trainer, because I just, like, I'll get to that in a second. But anyway, so I'm standing there and I'm looking at this woman for like a millisecond, and I was like thinking, did that really just happen? Did she really just say that? And I looked at her and I said, no, you're not going to pop him, you know. And she got really defensive, and she was like, oh no, I wouldn't do that. I was just saying that. And I was like, no, I know you weren't, you know. I know you weren't going to, but I'm just telling you, no, you're not going to, you know? And I was just so mad. Like, why would anybody want to threaten someone's dog, someone's anything, someone's, you know, someone's animal, someone's, you know, why? So I don't know where else to go from here. I feel like I just kind of want to leave it like that for now and come back to it. Let me check to see how this is drying. Oh no. Well, actually no, it's still looking good. Still doing good. I'm not sure if I want this here. I know I want to use this. I wanted to use that bird for something, but I don't remember exactly what. We did the the penis page, the hibiscus page. We did this. Maybe I'll put something, I'll glue a few things down here and then call it a day. But anyway, I like that. I want to use this like as a background, sort of. So I think that's what I'm going to do. These are images that I got out of my little golden book encyclopedias. But anyway, yeah, so that's why I was mad. Like, that's why I was angry in the video that I keep mentioning that I never even posted. You know, I don't even know why I'm telling you guys about it now. I just am. Here's another little watercolor painting that I did. Actually, that would make a cute background for that, right? But I think what I'm gonna do, I think I just want to glue a bunch of stuff. I mean, that was my goal in the first place, was to just glue a few little things here and there and chat with you guys and tell you guys my crazy dog park story. And I'm telling you, I have a lot of crazy dog park stories, and I'm pretty sure I told you guys one from when I lived in Florida, when I was living back in Florida where I grew up, and I took my dogs to the dog park and I got in a fight with this one lady because she was like basically telling me what to do with my life in general and what to do with my dogs. And she told me she was a trainer too, and she is not a trainer. She called herself a dog whisperer, and I was like, no, you are not a dog whisperer. But this one trainer that I'm talking about here, I think her name is Emmeline or Emmeline or Emily or something like that. Really pretty name for a woman like this. But I'm not the only one who feels this way. And I know a lot of people there at this particular park, they're kind of intimidated by her because she does kind of have like a bossy kind of commanding presence about her. And of course, like, I'm 4'11", I weigh a little over 100 pounds. Of course, I'm the only one who's like ballsy enough to like say something back to her. But that's what it is. I'm really not that great at sticking up for myself, but when it comes to sticking up for others, you know, people that I love, I am the first, you know, one to put my boxing gloves on. That's just how I am. And I grew up, you know, I got bullied a lot growing up, not just in my family from being the youngest one, but just, you know, the where I lived was a very rough, you know, kind of place to live. And my junior high school and high school experience, I had to learn, you know, not necessarily how to fight, like physical fight, but I had to learn how to stand up. And thank goodness I do. Because I would have been mad at myself if I didn't say anything back. There you go. That's me. I'm a lion. I'm a lion. Let's fussy cut that out. But anyway, yeah, I did not like that. I was not okay with that. There's never going to be a time where I'm totally okay with somebody threatening to pop my dog in the face, you know, or anybody that I'm with, like anyone. I mean, you don't threaten people. You don't threaten someone's pet, someone's kid, someone's husband, someone's sister. You know, you don't do that. You just do not do that. And so there's never going to be a moment, you know, if she thinks that it's totally okay to talk that way about my dogs or anybody else's, like, then she and I are never going to be friends. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm going to, you know, put up my dukes and fight the woman. I'm not. I mean, unless she really did pop my dog in the face, I've got, you know, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. I may be little, but I'm freakishly fierce, you guys. I really am. But anyway, I'm joking. I don't think it would ever come down to that. What was I going to say? Oh, so one of the reasons I feel like trash talking. Let me trash talk for a second, you guys. Let me trash talk just for a minute, you know, and then we can be friends again. Let me just be obnoxious for a second. But I don't want that on this page. I want that one on a different page. Do I have another page? Oh, I like it on this. Let's put on this. And put some paper that I dyed. Isn't this beautiful? Didn't this come out beautiful? This dyed paper. I may have made a video dyeing paper like this, and then ended up having to scrap it because the video didn't come out very well, because I'm pretty sure that I did. I'm pretty sure it was this one. So yeah, hopefully, I don't know if that's gonna stick. Is that gonna stick? It might not. Let me scratch it up. I was trying to scratch this up because I'm like thinking maybe that the glue won't stick to it. But the more I feel it, it doesn't feel plasticky, so I think it should be okay. But now I scratched a hole through it, like usual, as usual. I tried to fix something and it made it worse, but that's okay. But anyway, yeah, let me trash talk for a second. So one of the reasons why I know this woman, or that I think that she's not a trainer, is because, like, gosh, when she's calling the dogs that she's with, first of all, like I said, the shock collar thing, I just don't think that a puppy should be wearing a shock collar. There's no need for it. There's just no need for it. And I really don't think that you should even be using a shock collar at a dog park. I don't think it's right. They should be, you know, it should be their recess or whatever. But anyway, so I guess it was time to go, and she was calling one of the dogs whose name was Daisy, and she kept calling over and over, Daisy, 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 and the dog wasn't coming. And which doesn't necessarily tell me that your dog's not a trainer. I mean, you're not a trainer just because the dog's not coming. You know, maybe the dog doesn't know that command yet. But the fact that she was saying it over and over and over and over, to me, was like, okay, she's not a trainer, because any trainer will tell you that if you're trying to teach your dog a command, like, you don't want to say it over and over and over again and reinforce the fact that they're not doing it. You know, if I say come here to my dogs and I say it over and over again and they're not coming over, it doesn't mean anything after a while. They're not going to learn that come here means come here. You have to show them what come here means. And that's the reason why my dogs come here when I say come here, you know. But yeah, that's how I know. Anyway, that's how I know she's not a trainer. There's no way. There's just no way that this person is a trainer. She's just so mean. She's always yelling at my dogs all the time. And, like, I don't mind them getting yelled at because they ignore her anyway, but being threatened, that is just, no, ever, never, ever, ever going to be okay with me. And, like I said, I'm cordial to her. I even say hello to her if she says hi to me. You know, sometimes she'll offer my dogs, you know, to drink from the water that she brings, you know, and I say thank you. But as far as she and I being friends, or really her having any kind of long-term access to my dogs, nope, never gonna happen, ever. Anyway, I really didn't achieve anything today. I feel like I'm getting to the end of this video. I do want to, I like that, so I'm going to put that down. But I do feel like I achieved something. I got a couple of pages kind of halfway done. I've got a little scenario here for me to work on later. I glued down some stuff, which was fun. Maybe I will glue this down. Here. I like that. So I will... Yes, Mouser. I feel like I just want to, you know, glue a couple more things down and then call it a day. This video is going to be 10 years long. Which I've told you guys, I totally embrace the fact that my videos are long. I'm not going to try to fight it anymore. There's no use in doing that. Let's put this here. I really like that. So this is how we'll end the video. This is so funny. This is from those little golden encyclopedia books that I got at an estate sale, at a couple of estate sales actually. And this was the etiquette page, and so it just has like little illustrations of etiquette and, you know, men, and this was like from the 60s, and, you know, women and men dress like this. And so look at their cute little outfits, and he tips his hat, the boy holds the door, the man greets the hostess, and this girl's coming in and he rises, which doesn't happen anymore, but I do love that. I love when, you know, a man stands up when a woman enters the room. I think that is so romantic. But anyway, the man walks next to the curb. My husband does that. So yeah, I do love old school etiquette. I truly do. I'm gonna glue that there. I'm gonna glue that. Yes, I am. Like that. Really do. And call it a day. And so thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me. Hope you'll forgive my my trash talking. Leave me a comment below and tell me what you think and how you would have handled, you know, that situation. And if you think that I overreacted, it's okay. If you say that I did, I won't be mad. I'll disagree with you, but I won't be mad. Yeah. I have a thicker skin than that. You know? I truly do. So I'm just gonna, this will be my last little paper scrap that I put down. And I want to glue in where it says etiquette right there. And yeah, so we did a few things today, and I'm so thankful that you watched my video. And if you're new here, please give me a like and subscribe if you like videos like this. I do a lot of junk journal videos. I'm starting to do a few more watercolor videos, and I do love this page now that I see it more, see it again. Probably work in this junk journal again in the future, soon, really soon. And let me put this here. Had fun with this. Didn't really do like a finished spread, but I do feel good about what I did get done today. So yeah. So thanks so much for watching. Please, like I said, give me a like and subscribe if you have not already. Leave me a comment below. Follow me on Instagram. All of the links will be in my information below. And I will see you in the very next video. Go out and do something that makes you happy and brings you joy in your life. And I will see you again really soon. Bye-bye.